Hello and welcome to another episode of Swara Presents Beyond the Boundary powered by Solis. In this episode today we speak to White Ferns batter Kate Anderson about her cricketing journey. So let me start straight away by asking about your White Ferns call-up. What was your first reaction when you got that call-up?
I was pretty excited. So I worked back home as an accountant, so was just kind of, tapping away, doing some tax returns or whatever, and then got the call. So super excited. I guess after a relatively successful season last year, I kind of hoped it might come soon, but I guess you never want to take it for granted. So really excited, and I guess I was just looking forward to getting stuck in. And I mean, after having a bit of an injury in the back end of the season, it was pretty cool to be able to come on my first tour to South Africa. It was pretty awesome.
So who did you talk to first and what was their reaction?
I called my dad first, so he was pretty proud. He's kind of been there for the whole journey. He used to coach my school team when we didn't have any other coaches, so he's always been really involved. So it's pretty awesome to be able to share it with him first. I mean, he's really relieved there's more coaches involved now to save his shoulder a little bit from throwdowns. But no, he was super proud. He's actually over here in South Africa as well to watch the games. Was there for my debut, so that was pretty special as well.
Yeah, that was my next question. You made your debut during the second day today and your dad was there.
Yeah, that was very, very special to have him over here. He'd been to South Africa, played rugby over here a while ago, so I think for him it was pretty cool to come back over in special country for him. So yeah, no, really awesome to have him here. Made it even more special than it already was.
So now let's go back to the beginning. So I will start by asking this. How did you start playing cricket?
I played in Tauranga when I was maybe 6, 7, 8, but I played in the boys team and really enjoyed it to start off with, because I guess at that age there wasn't much difference between boys and girls, and then obviously they all start to get a bit bigger, bowl faster, and I actually stopped playing for close to 10 years, kind of thought I was done with cricket, and then a parent at my school, or a teacher at my school, just said let's enter a girls team in the regional competition to qualify for nationals. So we kind of got a bunch of us that were playing hockey at the time together in a school team. So that was a lot of fun, and I guess that's why I largely started playing, was because it was fun. Wasn't overly many girls playing, so you started making rep teams. You obviously got all the training kit and stuff, and I just loved it. But the whole time it was just a lot of fun, which I think is still something I try to keep with me now, is just making sure that it's fun. And I mean, ever since then I've kind of played it every summer, loved it, so I really enjoyed it.
Yes, having fun is the best part. So you played your whole lot of cricket at Northern District. So how was it playing there and growing up with the team and working on your cricket?
Yeah, so I guess living in Tauranga and then moving to Hamilton, kind of where ND was based, it was always quite convenient having the facilities nearby, especially when I was in Hamilton. I think the unfortunate thing about playing for a district team is just how spread out the girls are, and especially previously when there was no pay involved, it's really hard to get the team together. So you'd end up meeting people for the first time, sometimes at games, and I think that's why it is a little bit tougher playing in those district teams. But I loved coming through the pathway there. Met a lot of my best friends playing through Northern District. So loved playing with the girls. But it was definitely just a geographically tough, probably region to play in. But loved all my times playing age group cricket, and then even through the time with Spirit, and then moving into Brave with Northern Districts.
What was it like working with Rob Nicole?
Yeah, so I think I only had Rob for 1 year. He was the assistant coach for 1 year. I really enjoyed working with him. I liked his relaxed manner of how he went about things. He was a real, I'm going to say, deep thinker and very into stats and stuff, but the way he put it across was very relaxed, which I quite liked. You could tell he'd put a lot of thought into it, but he had a really good way of putting messages across in a kind of easy and quite relaxed way to understand, which I quite like. I don't like it when it gets a bit too complicated, so I really liked working with him. And from all accounts, he's doing great things in Auckland as well, which is pretty cool now for them anyway.
So when that call up from Canterbury Magicians came, considering you live in Hamilton, how difficult was it to move to Magicians?
It was quite a big call at the time as well, because obviously at that time I wasn't on a New Zealand contract, so my main job was in accounting, which was based in Hamilton. So I was really, still am blessed to have worked for a great firm who was flexible enough to let me go work in the Christchurch office. And my mum lives in Christchurch as well, so that was kind of another benefit. I could just go down for last season and stay with her. So I guess it was quite a big decision, but made relatively easy by having quite good support structures in place, and having the support from my accounting job, and then through having a place to stay, I guess, down there as well. So it probably came at a good time where I thought, I need to do something different here if I want to be better. So no, I'm glad that I got the call. The Facebook message from Rachel Candy came at a pretty convenient time, and I think she's pretty chuffed to have been involved in the process. So she still coaches my club team back in Christchurch now, actually. So no, it's all worked out really well.
Yeah. So how is it working with Rhys Morgan and Rachel Candy?
Yeah, so I really, really love working with Rhys. Have a lot of time for him, and he's put a lot of time and effort into my batting. He just really, I think he really cares about his players and really wants them to do well, which I really like. I think he's probably worn out his shoulder a bit over the years through some of the batters he's had come through, but I think it's a credit to his coaching how successful some of those players are and have been, and it's pretty exciting now seeing some of the young ones coming through. But no, I really love working with Rhys. Even now while I'm over here, he's sending me messages and helping out, so he's just super supportive. And obviously Rachel is less involved now with having had her twins, but she's still super supportive, will message me after both of the games I've had over here. So it's awesome to have those two kind of in my corner helping me out. It's been really good.
Right. So talking of magicians, you obviously have to talk about Frankie Mackay. So what is it like working with her?
No, it's awesome, and I'm actually really lucky I play club cricket with her as well. So no, she's really good, and she's actually always been a really big supporter of mine, even when I played at Northern District. So I guess unfortunately last year we only got, I think, about 7 overs on the field together before she got injured. But she was still involved with coming to trainings and helping out, and it's just awesome to have her, spreading her knowledge, and she's so happy to help out and talk cricket, which is awesome. And I guess looking really forward this year with her coming back to play again, to hopefully spend a bit of time in the middle with her and just learn off her. Like, she's just obviously one of the best players, I think, New Zealand. So to learn from her, it's just awesome. So hopefully I can get a bit more out of her. That'd be good. And she's another one who's just really always in my corner, which is great to have those kind of people.
That was New Zealand's Kate Anderson in this episode of Swara Presents Beyond the Boundary, powered by Solis. Keep watching this space for more interviews and all the news from the world of women's cricket.